Hey everybody, Tiny Flame Rob here. I'm doing a not quite a live stream, but I don't know. I need to talk to myself while I develop things because I'm not feeling very motivated today. But I need to I need to lock in and get some things done. So let's try and brute force our way to victory. I think maybe the music's a bit loud because I can't quite hear myself. Actually, that's not loud at all. Um, that's probably fine. Anyway, so what I'm working on at the moment is over the last couple of weeks I've been adding audio to my game. So things like soundscapes and sound effects. So currently what I'm working on is adding footsteps into my game so that when characters move around they actually sound like they're moving around. Well, let me pause the music so we can see. So my player can now move around, which is cool. And when it sneaks, when she sneaks, there's like some sneak audio as well. So I think it works out pretty okay. I got the audio from a Humble Bundle sale, so that's really cool because I was just about to record myself walking through a bunch of different stuff to get the audio required, but yeah, I managed to get it for a relatively nice price, and there's quite a lot of variety. So these ones are like concrete walking, walking on concrete and sneaking on concrete. So it's pretty awesome. But what I've got now is I just imported some additional audio which I want to use for NPCs and enemies, right? So that's what I'm going to be working on. I'm hopeful that it should be too difficult, but we'll see. Yeah, but apart from that, I've been adding. I can't remember quite what I've added. I've added like a whole bunch of different stuff. Like I've made additional fixes to like the save game system, which I won't go into, but because the end user won't really care, to be honest. But it's basically so I can save corpse locations. So whenever you knock someone out and you save the game and you load the game, that has to be positioned. The dead body or the knocked out body has to be positioned correctly. So movement. That's what I've been working on as well. And I added animals. Like I drew a seagull. Check him out. He's glorious. So we have seagulls in the game now, which is kind of cool because it matches the landscape that I made. Soundscape that I made. So to add audio to our NPCs and enemies, we should probably let me put the music back. Just because else we think we should probably make a brand new enemy so we're currently in our test level, right? This is the debug level with I build stuff. So I'm trying to make more use of it just because I've been using Lowtown or like the Silver Bay level a lot, and that's not good because I think I've been spending like 80% of my time on that level and making improvements to it, and the other levels are not as polished because of it. So I need to get in the habit of just building my things on the debug level and then importing them into the actual levels, because then everything has the same, everything's consistent. But I'm not I'm not consistent, so it's whatever. Patrol route is what we need. So do we have some just lying around somewhere? We do. We've got that one and we've got that one, I guess. What are these two? That one and that one. Cool, we'll use those two. So we're just going to set up a little patrol for our NPC to walk, because I want to implement. Let me just do walking patrol 1. I want to implement walking audio, so I'm going to need to know. I'm going to need to listen to them walking, right? Walking patrol 2. Yeah, I thought I would just record this as I'm doing it because I'm exhausted today. I'm not like emotionally tired. I'm just physically tired because I've been trying to keep on top of my sleeping schedule a bit more, because I've just been not doing that too well. So over the last couple of weeks I've been trying to read more before bed. And it's been going really well because I do enjoy reading. It's been knocking me out. But last night, for some stupid reason, I thought I'd listen to a podcast on YouTube. And I did that just before going to sleep, and I think I accidentally scrolled onto one short on the YouTube app, and then like an hour later I was still scrolling shorts. Just I had no idea how, you know, when you watch a video on YouTube and you just have no idea how you manage to get from what you were watching to the shorts. I really need to like uninstall that app from my phone. It's just insane. But anyway, like I stayed up way too late doom scrolling, and now I'm exhausted and my eyes hurt. But let us hook up this little gentleman here so that we can actually test things. So we've got that UI position needs that. We've got all of these thingies. This is going to be our patrol thingy, so we're going to move that there. This one we're going to hook up to... oh, we can't. Interesting. Oh, so this is like an old patrol. Okay, whatever. We'll get rid of this. Let's do a patrol node. Patrol node default. Nice. This is why I should use this level more often, because walking... oh my goodness, I can't type. Walking enemy pat 1. And then we have to just search for walking because I renamed it to something. And then we do this, and we do this. This is why I need to be on this level more often, because things become stale. I need to delete all of the old assets and just kind of make sure I've got the latest assets up to date. So normally when I develop, I just do this by myself, listening to music, so I don't have to keep... so talking and trying to concentrate on doing this is really tricky. I don't know how people do it, but whatever, screw it, we ball. Let's put this in here now. And then in this one, we're going to add this one, and in this one, we're going to add this one. So he walks back and forth. Do we want him to wait? No, we don't. Also, we want only this unit to be in the patrol. So, in theory, we should have everything we need to make this little guy work. Let's see. Yeah, but I'm hoping everyone else is having a good week. I'm happy it's almost Friday, but you know, it's been going okay, I guess. So let's just try and sneak. There he is, our little guy. Look at him patrolling dutifully. Oh my gosh! Something that I should Google is, how do you stop trying to save during play mode? In Unity, there needs to be a way to like not save things while you're like in play mode, because my control is my sneak button, so if I hit Control S to sneak backwards, it just goes, oh, you can't save, and it's like, I don't want to save. I just want to live. I just want to live my life. Okay, well, this works. What is this song that's playing? Okay, so we've got our little guy and he's patrolling, and we've got our patrol routes. So now what we want ideally is for him to have audio when he's walking, like I do. So there is a script that we use called enemy movement, and it is in charge of, you guessed it, moving the enemy. So let us see. How does this work again? It's been a while. Actually, it's been a month since I've touched this. Just, you know, almost 2 months. But it's okay. Okay, so we don't actually do the walking check here. We do set like various statuses. But maybe there's something different for animation. Is there an animation component anywhere here? No, there's not. Okay, so we go back to here and we say enemy underscore everything, and we see, animation script. That's probably something we can do, make use of. Cool. Is moving false. This looks promising. So whenever the enemy is moving, we want to play that walking audio, or we want to play some type of walking audio. So let's go and see where we set this. In the update function, if the velocity stopped, we don't move, else we do move. Okay, cool, that makes sense. Enemy play attack animation is moving equals false. Interesting. This doesn't actually work. The attack is pretty slow. The player cannot run it, but it still connects. Maybe try and get the enemy to keep moving. Oh, I mean, that's what we currently do, so I don't know what that... Okay, whatever. We'll fix that later. I don't know what that means. Animate. For all the times. If it's moving, flip-flop, else flop-flip. So it's kind of just... We're setting a texture based on what the previous texture was. So this is a good place to do it, right? Because whenever we set the texture, we want to make like a little footstep sound. So that should be a good spot to do it. Why is that there? I don't know. Go away. What is this? If an enemy that gets sapped equals true, play sapped animation equals false. Oh, this is like a little animation, so when you knock someone out, they fall to their knees before they become like a corpse. But it didn't work right, so I commented it out. I'm just gonna clean up my code while I'm here. Like, I can add that at a later time if I need to. Okay, so let us see. How did I do this for the player? Walkies is the script for the player. So I added a play walk enumerator because obviously I added an enumerator. I always add an enumerator. For all the time, if is moving, if I'm not sneaking, we want to play some type of audio source. So what we're gonna need to do is set up our variables first, right? Because we're gonna need all of the shenanigans over here. So we're gonna copy the shenanigans. We're gonna go to, close this, we're gonna go to this script, we're gonna go to the top, we're gonna slap in this shenanigans, we're gonna rename things, so this is going, no, we're not going to, are we going to rename things? We're not, because this can't be the same type of audio as the player, because the player's audio is attached to the player, so it will be a two-dimensional sound. This will need to be a three-dimensional sound because we want to hear footsteps attached to the guard, right? So if the guard's far away, the volume will be like quieter, and if it's the guard's close, it'll be loud. So let's see what we need to do here. Yeah, okay. So this will be the enemy audio source. We'll attach it to the enemy. How many walk audios do I have? Let's see. I also don't like the fact that it compiles every time I make a code change, but I know that if I turn this off and I manually compile things, I'll forget to compile every single time, and so I just kind of do it that way. Let's go to I need a nap, to be honest with you. I swear, I used to be cool, but ever since I hit my late 30s, I've turned into someone that just enjoys naps and soups. I'm becoming such an old person, it's crazy. Like a good day to me is like waking up late, having some soup, having a nap, waking up again, having some tea. It's like the best day ever. What was I doing? Oh yeah, there's like, so there should be like a walking thing somewhere here. And it's not, it should be in game audio. Let's just go here. Walking audio, enemy. So we've got 8 audio clips that we want to, so the goal here is we want to iterate through this, but we want to play these at random, right? Because there is nothing, I guarantee there is nothing more annoying in video games than if someone's walking and it's the same walking sound over and over again, like the same 2 footstep sounds. It's so annoying. All you hear is tick took tick took tick took over and over again, and it's just not cool. So we have like 8 over here. Same for the player character. I found 8 to be the best amount of randomness. So this should be okay. So we want to just randomly grab one of these clips, but we need to make room for them. So they'll be here. The enemy can't sneak, but they can run, because they sprint after the player. Do I need to add a sprint audio though? I'm not going to for now, because if you play the walking audio quickly, it sounds like a sprint, right? So I don't really think we need that much audio fidelity in my 2-dimensional top-down game. So we've got walk audios until 8, which is cool. We're going to need to play them now. So we wanted to play them in animate. Animate is already in an enumerator, so we just need to actually play the sound clip. So how did I do that? It's like play one shot, but I can't remember. There it is, play one shot, and then we break out based on the random range. So we need to grab all of this. and we'll go here. For now, we're only gonna be targeting the walking. So if the enemy runs after us, it'll sound stupid, but we'll fix that later. So regardless of which animation texture we play, we just want the audio to play. So if is moving, if whatever, we change it. And then we wait at some points for at least 0.2 seconds. Or 0.2 of a second. So that's fine. So we can add some... Thing is, if we add a wait here, will it matter? Because if we want to play the audio with a second gap, it will also cause the texture changes to flip after a second, whereas currently it does it very quickly. But then maybe it'll be a happy coincidence because the audio will play at the same time the animation flips. So maybe adding a second wait isn't a bad idea. Let's try it. Let's see what happens. I can't figure it out in my head, so we're gonna slap that in there. We're gonna just at least endeavor to clean things up a little bit because I don't want to seem like a complete lunatic. Oh, I see. So we wait for like 0.25 seconds. Do we do that for the walk? And I see. So we do that for the walk, and then the sneak we do 1 second because we want the audio to play slower because we're moving slower and sneaking. So for the enemy, we don't care. So we'll do that. So the audio and the animation should sync up. It's just the walk animation might be slightly slower now. Everything else we do in an else. So pop 2. Cool. Will it compile? No. Okay. What did I do wrong? Oh yeah, you're right. I just copy pasted because I am a fool. So we need to just do this. I know it's probably... I don't actually know if it's a bad idea to copy paste things, but like I do. So I know a lot of people can just write it and then tab completion and blah blah blah, but I don't. My brain doesn't want to do that. So cool. Walk audio is what we defined up here, right? Or declared, I should say, up here. It is this walk audio 8. So these should be synced up correctly, and we do want to play them at full volume. We're fine. That should compile. Oh. Yeah, I hope you guys have been having a good week. I've been having a kind of a crazy week. I've been using Claude Code at work. I've been like heavily incentivized, let's say, to use Claude Code at work, and so I started doing it. And my gosh, like it's been pretty great. Like, as I have to like admit, it's helped me solve problems a lot quicker, but not programming problems. I used it to update. I'm probably gonna like lose all of the people watching this by talking about the developer stuff, but I used it to update my dependencies. Like if anyone out there writes code and you know about like dependencies and updating security stuff, like security vulnerabilities in libraries and dependencies, that's what I've been using Claude to help me with, and it's been like very cool with that. What else? I need to play, and let's turn off the audio for a second, just so that we can hear this little person. Before we do that though, let us go here. We are going to need to hook these up, aren't we? Yes, we are. But we're going to do it properly by doing it on the prefab. That won't do anything. So yeah, I had to. So my job, one of my jobs, like my one job, like one of the minor jobs that I kind of volunteered for was fixing a bunch of security vulnerabilities inside some of our libraries. By just updating dependencies. And normally when I used to do that work when I was a systems administrator, it would be quite a hassle just because there's like transitive dependencies and normal dependencies and like circular dependency. Like there's a lot that could go wrong and it's a hassle to fix. And also you have to make sure that if you update something, like you're not going to break the actual project as well, right? But Claude Code actually, I used Claude Code to check for those dependencies, but then also check for our project's dependencies that was being used, and it managed to like update all of our dependencies, but keeping in mind compatibility of the project, which was like crazy because the amount to do that by hand would take quite a couple of hours. And also something that he did that was really impressive was there was a problem with one of the dependency versions. No, there was a problem with I had to update a Python version to be a later version of Python, just because if I wanted to update the dependency had to be a specific version, but then that version was only supported on the latest version of Python, and so I had to update to the later version of Python. And Claude Code figured that all out by himself and said, "Hey, can I just update all of this stuff?" And I was like, "Yeah, that's cool. The project won't break if it's the latest Python, so it's okay." Sorry, where is the walking audio? Why do I struggle to find this all the time? But yeah, so Claude Code figured that out. It also figured out that my linter was an old version, and because my linter was an old version, it wasn't supported by the latest Python. And so it said, "Hey, your linting's breaking because you need to update your linter because we updated Python, right? Do you want me to do that for you?" And I was like, "Yeah, please." I was just drinking my tea, just saying, "Yes, make it so," over and over again. And I felt very important. But at the same time, I was like, wow, that's awesome. Why do you need me to do this? Why can't you just automate, have a web page where I just click a button saying yes? But obviously, I'm being facetious because, if you update a major version of Python, it might break the whole project if you don't understand the project and how it's being used. This is going to be an annoying issue, an audio source. Also, how do we set this to be two-dimensional? I mean, three-dimensional as a sound. Because I have to do that through code. Darn, I'm gonna have to figure out how to do that. But for now, just for testing, right? Let's just give the player here just to test. So this is you're going to hear someone probably walking without anyone actually walking until we see. Let's have a look and see what happens. Oh, it's raining. Lame. Okay, wait. Let's try again. I don't want rain to be muting out the walking audio, Okay. Okay. Oh, we hear people walking. And it's not us. Let's go see. It is playing kind of quick, but... Oh. Ah, cool. It stops when he stops moving. Oh, he's going again. Oh, it goes as soon as the animation plays, which is a really cool side effect. I do still hate the slide that happens. Oh my goodness. I hate the slide that happens. Let's see if he sees us again and we can make him slide. Come here. Hey. Oh, he turned around. See me. See me standing in the light. Okay, so if he walks back, he'll slide. Oh, no, he's not. So the sliding isn't the consistent issue. That's why I've not fixed it yet. There he slides, and now it'll stop playing like a second. It's because I need to figure out why that happens. There's some type of waiting that happens, I guess. I like it. It sounds pretty cool. As you can tell, I'm using what they called it grasswalk in the music in the audio pack, so you can hear him walking on grass, whereas mine's concrete. So. But I wanted the enemies and NPCs to have a different walking sound than I did, so that the player didn't get confused about if they were hearing themselves or, a potential guard or something. So we need to make that audio be three-dimensional now. How do I do that? Because I don't want to be hanging out over here and then hearing some dude off the screen walking around. How do I do that? I bet you there's okay. When in doubt, search the code base. Let's look for play one shot. And let's see if there's No, nothing here. Nothing here. This is what we just added. I'm just playing that at a lower volume. And elevator ping is just going to be another audio clip. Okay. Am I gonna have to read the documentation? There's walk audio, blah blah blah. This is what that's not gonna be it. What is this? This is an audio clip. Cool. I guess last time I just found a workaround so that I didn't have to do it. I suppose I could do that again. Okay, let's see. Before, well, what does that do? Yeah, no, that's just an audio thing again. Let's think about this for a second. So, how would I normally go about doing this? Normally I would go about doing this by adding the audio sources onto the game object, configuring each audio source, and then, sorry, audio clip, right? That's what they're called. I'm assuming it's audio clip, yeah. So I would configure each audio clip to be, let's see if I can do that real quick. So we've got this test guard here. Then we've got that there. So if I do adding audio listener, no. You can't add an audio clip. You can add the source, right? Oh, I know how I can do it. Okay, so I need to add an audio source to the game object, configure that game object's audio source, and then just reference it. So we'll do that. So, and that kind of that fixes this, right? The enemy audio source, because we currently have the player as the audio source, then we don't want that. So we want the enemy to be the audio source. So now we're just gonna make him be the audio source. So first thing, let's do volumes fine, pitch is fine. Where's the spatial blend? Spatial blend, maximum 3D, and then we're gonna change 500 to 3 because I feel like it, and then I'm gonna slap that onto the blue line because I want him to be quiet when I'm further away. And now we do like the artistic bit where I try and make a curve be very curvy. Is that curvy? I think that's curvy. Wait, that's kind of curvy, right? Yeah, it's kind of curvy. That's not curvy. That's too curvy. That's curvy. Okay. Save. I'm assuming. Audio clip doesn't matter because we'll load that in by code. Play on awake. Don't do that, I think. Oh, son of a biscuit. Okay, wait. Remove. I keep. I need to go to the prefab because I want to do this for all of them forever. So let's do that. Don't do that. Do this like that. Do this to 3. Let's do it to 5, I'm thinking, because we kind of want the player to have some advanced warning about if somebody's approaching them or not. That of course means I need to curve more curves. Alright, let's go here. Slowly. Okay, let's just drag it down a bit. Nailed it. Good job. That looks horrible, but you know what? Just a little bit more. Can you zoom? Oh, you can zoom. Alright. That's probably fine, right? It touches the blue, it's fine. We save, and we hook this up over here. I don't want to like say, in the code you can say like GameObject.get component, audio, source, blah blah blah, but I don't want to do that because I think it's more efficient to just hook it up through the inspector, I think, but I don't know, I guess we'll have to wait and see. But that should have fixed the problem for us. So let's go back to this and test. Sorry, that's a cool song, but I have to like... That's the only annoying thing about adding audio to my game is I can't listen to my tunes anymore. I have to just listen to my audio. Wait. Wait. Okay, so something's still not right. That's fine. What's that? Play one show at school with a null audio clip. From where? 117. Okay, stop walking at me. Jeez. Okay, that's not a big deal. 117. Why am I looking at that? Oh yeah, I was searching for things. 117. Walk audio 3. Walk audio 3 for enemy animation script. If we go here, click on this guy. Enemy animation scripts. They're all there though. Why is it a null pointer? What am I missing? Because I am... Wait. I am. When I'm playing the enemy audio source, I'm saying that enemy audio source, play one shot, and then I pass in the audio clip at full volume. So yeah, that should be fine. Am I missing something? Or is this... this might be attached to different... You know what? Drastic times, drastic measures. We need to keep him. He's important because he's helping us test things. This person needs to go away. Is there anyone else? Yes, every NPC ever that exists ever. Great. I don't know what. Oh, that's the... No, whatever. I'm just gonna temporarily and respectfully disable them for now, and then everything will be fine. Ugh. Oh, there. Yeah, there. Go away. Shoo with you. Kind of wish when I clicked on these warnings it wouldn't just open the code editor to the line. It would like click on the game object that's being affected. Similar to how this does it. See, when I click on these errors, it does show this is the game object that's causing this problem. You should fix it. But warnings, it's just like, hey. Okay, it's fine. It doesn't matter. It doesn't mean anything because that's not the problem we're trying to solve. We're trying to solve why the walking sound is playing so loudly. Why are you so heavy-footed, sir? So if we click on this, you can see the circle. That's the audio, the range of the audio. Let's see what values are loaded in here. Ah, okay. So because I changed the prefab, this is a local override. So that's why that's happening. Okay. Is that why it's... Let's make sure. Yeah, because I fixed it in the prefab, but there should be a way to just say like reinstate from prefab, but I don't know how to do that. I don't think you can. So I'm just gonna do this. Why be complicated when you can just click and drag, right? Okay, so now we should be okay. Of course, this is going to mean I need to go back and change every single NPC to have this, but let's just be quiet and listen. Sorry, I was just drinking some coffee while I try and wake up a bit more. So we can't hear the guard anymore, so I think we're good. I'm trying to slowly get closer so I can hear if I can hear him coming. Okay, let's just go. Where are you? Okay, cool. That kind of works. Oh my heavens. It kind of works. Okay, I like that a lot. I think that works. So if he chases us, what's it going to sound like? Because that's the second thing we need to do. Hit me, sir. Yeah, okay. So no audio plays. So let's go to the code and see why that would be. So I guess is moving isn't set to true when that happens, and because that's not set to true, we don't play any of the audio. Ah, yeah, see, we do. If it's not moving, then we're attacking, I suppose. Let's have a quick look and see. So where do we set is moving? I'm gonna put this back on again. So we've got that set to false initially, which is fine. Then we go to update. If blah blah blah, my agent.velocity equals stopped is moving is false. So we kind of just add a boolean because we don't want to use velocity to check about movement. We just want a boolean to do that. Fair enough. If enemy manager dot play attack animation, what happened? What happened to the thing? Oh no. Okay, cool. Whoops. Scroll. Okay. If enemy manager dot play attack animation on nav mesh for both enemy and player, I set quality of obstacle avoidance to be none. Yeah, so they don't like push each other around. Yeah, that was annoying. If enemy player dot play attack animation is moving is false. Okay. My agent.velocity equals stopped. Maybe try get the enemy to keep moving with the player. I mean, they do. Oh, I see. This is how it used. So it used to be this. So, and I remember the way it used to work is they'd run up to you, swing and hit you, but you would move. You just kind of like walk backwards and they'd miss you. Which is it's kind of like how the original Thief game worked. If you guys ever played the original Thief, like if you fight the guard and they swing at you, you could just backstep and they'll miss you. So you know it's kind of similar. So I guess I'm like drawing inspiration from that game. So that I'm also drawing like the not great design from that game. But at least in the Thief game, they had like the guards had a sword which had like quite a range on them. I think it's about like one character's worth of range, so you'd have to. It wasn't that easy to dodge them. But for me, I don't really have that because I set obstacle avoidance to none, so that's not going to be a thing. So that's why I solved it by making it so that the enemy runs after you and can attack you while moving. And I guess I like that design. So, but we do say is moving is false here, which is not very intuitive. This should be called. We should do this. Something needs to be made better here. I don't know what it is yet, but because if you just read oh is moving is false, you just think it stopped, because if you look why we're using it is to stop things, but it's not true. Here over here we're using it to set an attack. Over here. Maybe okay. I'm not gonna fix this at the moment. I'm just gonna get stuff to work, and I'll fix it later. If a lot of things need a refactor, anyways. So we can see we can think of is moving as a boolean to check whether or not the NPC is moving, but also whether or not they are attacking. Because if this is false, they're attacking, or they're stopped. So else if. So is moving will be false because of this here. We'll jump here. If enemy manager dot play attack animation, which will probably be true. If they're attacking, we'll do like the attack animation. So when I add attack audio, I should add it in here. That's just them vibing. So I guess that's good. But then if they're attacking. I see. Adding this after changes to make things look better. Might need to change the actual damage mechanic to be less than 1 second. So where's the attack? This is the attack, and this is the attack. So it's like half a second to play the attack animation. If it's ranged, we do some fancy stuff which I don't care about right now. Then we wait for 0.2 seconds. Then we do a little bit of a run animation, and then we hit again. So that's why the NPC or the NPC guards sometimes runs at the player. They hit them once, they kind of run in place for a second, and they hit them again. But because the player will instinctively be running away, it looks fine. So if we wanted to play, the audio, we just have to do this again. Do I want the yeah, let's keep it random. So we're gonna do a nasty bunch of copy paste again. So we want all of the audio and we want to wait the same amount of time. Because 0.25 doesn't knock. Oh, that might 0.25 might cause a problem. Might be annoying here, but let's see. So we do. I see. I'm thinking so hard about this. So if we do that there, we'll grab an audio we'd like to play. Okay, I'm just going to do this bit by bit because I want to make sure I understand properly how this works. I'm gonna grab just like the first walking audio and I'm gonna go over here and I'm going to say do that, then wait, do that, then wait, do that, then wait, do that, then wait. So we're going to instinctively have a 0.05 quicker audio playthrough. It's going to be the same audio though. So that sucks. Else. Yeah, because we're an else, so we can't reuse this. So we need to make a new one of these unless I just move it out, which I don't want to do. So, okay. Hold up, Kirby, I gotta test my stuff. So let's go here. I need more coffee, I'm all out. I'm all out of coffee. I might grab a drink in a sec. It'll be a reward if this works. Let's see. So what we're expecting to see now is the guard will walk as the guard walked before, but when he starts running at us to beat us up, it'll play a bit quicker, but it'll have the same audio cue over and over again, so it might not sound great, but I'm hopeful it'll work. So let's listen. You see what I mean about having the same footstep over and over again? It sounds really, it sounds really strange and annoying. It's like do 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 doon, do 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 doon over and over again, but it works. So we just need to add some randomness here. We could like, I mean, how much randomness do I really need? Like, what if I just did like, what if his left foot always sounded the same and his right foot always sounded the same when he was sprinting at you? Maybe it'd be a good thing if general patrol footsteps sounded different than chase footsteps. It'll be kind of like an audio cue for the player to know that he's chasing the player. Let's see, maybe. If it sounds crap though, I'm changing it. But if I can avoid having so many like random ranges and ints and case statements and blah blah blah. Or switch statements, whichever you want to. Let's have a look and see. Chase me. No, I need more oh my gosh. I need more randomness. That's still very annoying, so I'm gonna have to add the random stuff here. And also I'll add an attack animation once I find or make one, where that little bat animation have like a bat sound. So it'll go like slow walk to fast walk, bat sound, fast walk, bat sound, fast walk, bat sound. So that'll be okay. If we want to add randomness here, I'm gonna have to add a case statement, aren't I? Unless I just have like a function at the top where every single iteration of the loop I just generate a random audio to play. Then regardless of what's happening, the audio gets set. Is that an overly complicated way of doing things? I'll have like a temporary audio clip here and I just randomly grab one and store it here and then use it throughout this whole thing. Then it means I don't have to write multiple case statements. But we're assuming we'll always play the walking audio. Like if I don't play the walking audio, then I'll have to save 2 audio clips and then screw it. I'll just do it the easy way for now and change it later if I need to. This isn't like my day job so I can do what I want. This is my life. Okay, let's go here. Random range, we've got 8 audio thingies. We don't really want to play them here. We just want the random range, and then we want to play them. Oh, this is going to be so messy though if I have to do this, because I'll need a case statement after every single texture. Oh my gosh, what am I doing? I can't do that. I can't do that. Like, something inside me just won't allow it. I'm not allowed. Okay, how do I do this? I'll need to create a temporary audio clip, randomly grab it, and then no, I can't, because after every animation it'll need to change. But I'll need 4 audio clips. So if I randomly grab just 4 audio clips from that statement first, then play them there, it will be okay. Oh, this is such a dumb way of doing it, but I can't think of a better way. Okay, we'll do it that way. Oh my gosh. If I decide to post this video and you are watching this and you know a better way, please feel free to point it out in the comments, because I will read it and I will refactor my code. Part of me is actually looking forward to like getting this done and out the door so that I can actually spend some time just refactoring code and fixing technical debt. But we're gonna call this temp walk audio 1, 2, 3, 4. Ideally I would want to store this in like an array, and then for each element in the array grab a random number and grab the audio and assign it. This is insane. I don't know why I'm thinking about doing it this way. I can't think of a better way to do it. But there is a better way. There has to be. And other than pasting loads of case statements. I hate these switch statements, case statements, because they're just like messy. I mean, I don't know why you would use them over like if else. Because if else is messy as well, but it just, I don't know, like whenever I use case statements, they just become so bulky and you put them everywhere and it's like, ugh. I don't know. Alright, I'm gonna like go grab coffee and think about how to do this. I'll be back in like a minute. I'll put Kirby back on. Oh, I'll put this jungle thing back on. Alright, be right back. Okay, I'm back. This is what we're gonna do. Not any of the shenanigans. We're gonna just write a new function to do this for us. So what we want is void, because it's gonna be doing stuff. Grab random walk audio. So we're going to grab this bit. Where is it? All of this. All of this we don't need the yield, but we need this. Like that, and like that. And good lord, we need to fix this a little bit. I know, I bet there's an easier way to do this. As you can tell, I only use Visual Studio for this project. Normally, in my day job, I use Vim because Vim's cool. Oh, let's go back here, let's go back here. Is there not like a... okay, whatever. Cool, so we've got this thing. So when we call it, it'll do... we kind of need to return an audio source. Can I do like audio source? And it won't be void, it'll be like... it doesn't need to be public, but whatever. Public audio source, blah blah blah, int blah blah blah. Then we want to... we don't want to play things, but we want to return things. So what we want to do here is say return... we don't really need a break, I don't think, anymore, because we return audio source If it's case 1, we return audio source that. Unreachable code detected. Okay, whatever. Let's do this first. Can you not return in a... Because this is an audio source, right? No, it's an audio clip. What am I doing? Can you... This is what I mean. Like, don't be on your phone, like, until 2:30 in the morning, because it'll make you stupid. Like, my brain, not good work now. Alright, let's go here. It is an audio clip, camel cased. Not the tiny C, camel cased. Camel cased. Okay, cool. Why do you still hate me when I show you nothing but love? Audio clip enemy.walk audio 1 unreachable code detected. I disagree. I think, I don't know. I'm just gonna do it for all and see what happens. Do I need to create like a do I need to do like... Surely not. Surely I don't need to do audio clip temp equals this and then actually just return temp. Oh, no, I should just return this. What am I doing? I'm a dummy. Gosh, I don't know. Well, no, I know why I've decided to stream this and do this now. I'm forcing myself to get some work, some side project work done after work, because discipline is important when you don't feel like doing anything, apparently. That's what I've been told. But I'm only being disciplined because I tried to have a nap and it didn't quite work, so... If I could be napping right now, I would. I would be so undisciplined and napping, but nope, can't do that, so... Here I am, writing code. Kinda. Okay, so... int x equals random.range, that's non-inclusive of the max, which x case 1, audio 1, case 2, audio, so we'll randomly return one of these. Cool beans. So if we go here now, what we should be able to do is just this. Nope, what we should be able to do is just this here, and we can go here, and we can do that with the little brackets, and we can say be gone, switch statement, I hate you, and then that should work. But then it's cool because we can grab this again and we can just say over here, every single time we wait, we want to play some random audio. And where am I? What am I doing? So this can go away. We don't want to do this anymore. Don't want to do this anymore. We don't want to do this, and we don't want this one. So we grab this, and we set the texture, play the audio, wait. 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 There, that's way better than having like giant switch statements everywhere, isn't it? Obviously, assuming this works, I've not actually tested it, but let's see if it compiles. No, it doesn't. Okay, that's fine. Enemy animation, not all code paths return a value. They kind of do though, don't they? Okay, else, you know what? If anything goes wrong... Sorry, this is gonna... No, that was fine. Okay. If anything goes wrong, just return the first walk audio. Wow, that's special right there. That paste was like... Okay, there you go. So what we're saying is... Audio clip, so we're basically making a function of type audio clip because it's going to return an audio clip. And then we say, grab a number between 1 and 8, and based on that number, return the audio clip 1 or 8, you know, or between, like grab something between 1 or 8. And if something goes wrong, just return the first one. So if something goes wrong with this consistently, we'll hear that annoying like audio over and over and over again. But if we don't, then it's good enough and it works. Compiled. Ignore the warnings. Much like everything, just ignore the problems and I'm sure they'll figure themselves out. Accept no responsibility for fixing the warnings. Okay. Why do I make my game so rainy? Silence is golden. Alright. Where's the guard? Where are you? Oh, he already saw me. Okay, chase me. Yeah. That sounds way better. Slap. Slap. And I died. Okay. So one thing I want to double check is what does it sound like when I get away from the guard? So I don't have any caltrops. I have no money to buy caltrops, but I want caltrops. So let's put some in. Why not? This is my level. I can do what I want. Caltrops. Caltrop pickup. That's where the guard spawns. We're just gonna grab it and drop it in here. We'll find it. Cool. So I added. I don't know if I made a video about it, but I added caltrop pickup. Oh my goodness. I added like caltrop pickups in my game now. Well, they're like scrap metal, so you can like dig through these. Oh, you can't because I've not hooked up the UI to the object yet. BG button. Okay, let's see if that works a bit better. I mean, it's not a big deal, but I just want to see like the guard reset audio if it works. Cool, picked it up. Now I've got one caltrop. Let's get him to chase us. Okay, it seems to be working okay. Cool beans. How long have I been recording this? I think that's been an hour, so I think I'll just call it there. But yeah, cool. So, because I need to drink my coffee and wake up a bit. But yeah, so that's a little bit of a. Maybe I can show you my seagulls because I'm pretty stoked about my birds, you guys. They're pretty cool. They're only in Lowtown because of the audio I put into Lowtown, so it makes sense that they're in Lowtown. Let's have a look. Because Lowtown, or I should stop calling it, because it is Silver Bay, is the actual area. The district is Lowtown, but because the soundscape I added has seagulls in them, I actually thought it would be good to actually have seagulls. Oh hey, check it out! I've got audio already. I don't know why that's working. I have audio when I walk and when the guard. I know the guard because I updated the prefab, but for the player I should have to hook stuff up. So just as just because I'm curious, why is this working? Oh. Yeah, no, I don't have to hook anything up. It'll just work for all my levels. That's awesome. So does he have audio? No, he doesn't. Okay, well. Oh yeah, because he's not a red tiger. Only the red tigers will have walking audio. But, you know, it works. Anyway, what was it? My birds. Here's a bird. Check him out. He's just doing his thing. They aren't scared of you, so I'm gonna make it so that when you, like, approach the birds, they'll fly away. But I haven't drawn that yet. I've literally only drawn him sitting down. So, you know, I need to draw him flying away and then code the animation and stuff, but I'll get there. ignore the van is still not complete. I'm trying to get this van to look good, you guys, and it's just like, look at that trash pandas over there. Look at this. It's just like a, I mean, I get the van's supposed to look bad, but not this bad. So I need to like figure out a way. It looks better than it did, but it's still not perfect. So I need to find a better way to do it. I kind of have an idea in mind of what I want, but I need to actually model it. So I'm thinking about doing that in 3D. So I might, because I'm thinking about doing that in 3D just because it'll look better. That's pretty much. Oh yeah, I added drones as well, but they need audio and they need to be finalized and shaded properly. So that's still work I need to do. Anyway, I need to go. So catch you guys later. Have a good one. Bye.